Hello all, this is Kelly Allred coming at you from Utah, live here, and very, very cold here in Utah tonight. It's very dark right now, but it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The mountains, if anybody's been here in Utah and seen our view from corporate offices, you'll know what I mean. The mountains are absolutely beautiful here. Thank you all for coming and getting on this call and watching the webinar and listening in, who's ever listening in from all the different countries. I appreciate you investing your time and your energy into learning and educating yourself on these different webinars. So thank you so much. This webinar is the one that we usually do, the first of every month. Ryan has the first, second, third, and fourth Thursdays figured out at WWT. And this one is your Getting Started call. Now, most of the people I know on here, I can see your names on here, have already gotten started. And so that's great, perfect. What we can do is kind of, show you, some of you guys, on how to get other people started into it. We know you've started, or if you haven't started, this will help you as well. But this is a way of getting other people started, because you guys are probably all experts on this call at this point, but you have people that need help and encouragement to get started. Also with that, I added in, back by popular demand, the structure based part of it. A couple of weeks ago, Ryan and I did a structure call on how, just an opinion on how to structure your business when you're very first starting out or helping others start out, and the customer center. So I'll go over that a little bit, and at the end of the call I have a great announcement to go. So thank you guys. We'll get started. Here's a great quote by Mark Twain. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. And as we all know that, you don't go anywhere until you put your foot forward, making those first steps, making your goals, deciding in your head why you want to do this business, or what you want to do, maybe not even this business, but and what you want to do in life, and from this point forward. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. I like to start out with this stat as well, just because, especially for this call, just because, first of all, it's very intriguing to me, and it seems intriguing to others when we show you guys and announce it. Everybody loves to hear the $50,000, $300,000 a month stories that we have from top leaders into the business. But the majority love to also hear about 170,000 people earning over $1,000 or more a month, or 250,000 people earning $500 or more a month in this business. It's amazing what $1,000 or $500 can do extra, and I start with that because that's actually one of the ways that I believe how people can get started in this business. I'm always asked, I do structure calls all day long, and I'm always asked, what can I do to help people, or how do I approach people? And my first answer from my mentors, from what I've heard and what I've learned, is listen. Listen to their need. Is there a need for money? So then you tailor your talk on business. Is there a need for health? Then you tailor your talk on which product that they're having. If they're having low energy, focus on the Pro line. If they're having something different wrong with them, focus on the mangosteen. But first and foremost, listen. That's a very powerful word, and silence is always your best key. So I wanted to go through those stats with you because, again, if you listen and people are wanting some extra money for the holidays or wanting some extra money for their household, Zango is the place to be, because we are already making people thousandaires and 500aires. So I'm going to go through these steps. You guys all know these steps. This is the plan. It's from the Power of 3. Ryan and I are very passionate, and the rest of Zango is very passionate about our Power of 3 and the plan. And it doesn't make a difference at this point if you're building your business with ProLine, if you're building your business with Juice and 365. This plan is universal with the products. It doesn't make a difference. And you'll see that in a lot of companies, people have these steps. These are not something that we just thought of out of the blue. These are actual steps that have been working for years and years and years and years. And it's a plan. It's your plan. It's your strategy. It's your way to go. It's your way to present this and have a duplicating model with it. Again, it doesn't make a difference on what product you do use for it, but make sure you are focused on a couple of different products. Not necessarily the whole line, depending, but put your focus on a couple of products and have your testimony ready, have other people's testimonies ready. When you're going through this with people, make sure that you have them define their why. Why do they want this business? Why do they want this product? Why do they want better health? Share your why with them, why you did it. Years ago, Sandy Cohen has shared her story, from stage years ago of what their why was, and we love, Sandy's why. We love to hear other people's why, and it helps other people kind of say, like, okay, my why is safe. That's okay. That seems good. So help them identify their why, and then you share your why with them. Set goals. A couple of weeks ago, Ryan and I went through a 45-day action plan. Action plan and setting goals is absolutely crucial for this business. If you talk to anybody that's been in this business for years, they know that goal setting and your strategy is the way to go. Myself, being older, I set goals, but I write them down. I actually literally have a day planner that I write in, and I write what I'm going to do for this week or for this day or for this month. I mean, I use it all day, every day, every second of the day. For me, that works well, but make sure you are setting goals, and make sure that you're helping your people who you're approaching also that want to do this business set their goals, small, medium, large goals. Make sure that you're doing that. There's a lot of different strategies that people do. One of the ones that I've seen work just recently is a 10-day program, and that's kind of giving the people that want to start this business a 10-day path on what they should be doing. First day, what they should be doing. Second day, on who they should be contacting or their list and stuff. So give them a 10-day, a 3-day, and not necessarily a 90-day action plan yet, but something smaller. Help them with their 10-day action plan. Make a list. This is the old saying on there. You'll hear this for years and years and years, to make a list. Your list, needs to consist of, and your encouragement to others as they're getting started needs to consist of who can benefit from the products health-wise, who has fatigue, who has a stressful job, who has, fibromyalgia, who has something that should be a list. That's your list of consumers, basically consumers. And then your other list should consist of who can I have that I can help build this business with? Who can I have as a business partner? Who can benefit from earning a couple extra $100 a month? That should be a whole different list. Now, people come again to me and Ryan all the time going, okay, I've went through my warm marker. I've called all my friends. I've called all my family members. We understand that. We know that. Come in contact with people every single day, one way or the other, whether it's social media, whether it's your contacts, but always keep your list up. You'll always have to refresh it. There's always another product that will be coming out that your old list hasn't heard of that they could benefit from. So keep your lists, keep them fresh, and encourage your business builders or your people who want to do this business to make a list and keep their list. Sample and invite. The fourth step. sampling, some of these products are easier to sample than others. We always use the Pro line on this, and that's a great and easy way to sample. People love the sampling on that. It works, but there's also other ways. With your Eris, sample people on the spot. Always have one of your Eris gels on hand. Always have some of the collagen on hand. Always have that, because the product tastes good and it's such an amazing product, and you can have the benefits on there. So sample and invite people to listen or to look at the webinars or to look at your replicating websites. Sample and invite. Press play. Now this is the one that that we kind of have. There's been a couple of different videos. So when you press play, however, there is going to be a new company video that's going to be coming out that you'll like. And so right now the press play is to tune into some of these webinars or some of these archived webinars to help them understand the business, help them get started, basically. Follow up. The most crucial step that you have is the follow up. We've all heard the saying that, I've passed out 300 samples and nobody's called me back. Don't leave it up to them to call you back. You follow up with them. You're the one that needs to call them back. You're the one that needs to send them a text or a letter making sure that they're doing okay, especially with getting people started in this business. Like I discussed before, the 10-day plan. You will have to hold people's hands through this if they're going to be part of your business partners, if they're going to be part of helping build the business. You need to connect with them every single day, and you need to teach them how to connect with people. You need to do 3 ways with them. That's number 7. Connect with the team. Connect internally. Connect upline, downline, crossline. We have people working together all around. I always hear crosslines wondering what the other ones are doing with the mill packs, and everybody's having each other on their calls and stuff. Connect with the team meaning Zango as a team. I'm sure all of you all have great uplines. Connect with them. If they're not available at the time, you have a full support team here internally and externally out there. Everybody loves to help in Zango. Doesn't make a difference who you are. They will help. 8 steps, repeat. Teach it, repeat it. There were some great people in the office this last week, and one of the things that stuck out with me is this particular person has a system of their own that they learn, and his words of wisdom was learn, teach, learn to teach it, and duplicate it. And the key word here is learn to teach it. You guys learn it, you teach it, and then learn how to teach these different steps, these different plans. Do we want you to tell somebody right off the bat how to become a 500K? No, we don't. We want to tell them the 7 ways that as a 1K that they can make money, get free products, get ADP rewards. We want to tell them those things. We don't necessarily want to take them down the 500K path right off the bat. These are all, again, in steps. You've got to baby step these people into success. So I wanted to go through that with them. The next slide is again, just one of the ways that people do the sampling is the 3D pack and the 3 a day, give 3 away type of thing. But again, it can be used with our singles, it can be used with Elevive, it can be used with most any of the products. And one of the reasons why we have a Nothing Beats Free product is to have you guys receive free product and to share that product. To help people feel the benefits and stuff. So the next thing I want to go into, let me see if there's any questions here. The next thing I want to go into is structuring, and I say this lightly. This is a getting started for the people who are just getting going. I do know that you guys, on some of these people on these calls, have built great big giant successful businesses. We love you for that. This is just a generic way of how we feel to best benefit the business starting and going forward. And you know, if you're small, medium, or large in this business at this point, you can still benefit from this too. So this particular graph shows you up there, and it shows that you've sponsored A, B, and C. Now, I do know that you know, some people, the terminology with different companies and different times of the business is different. You know, we use the word sponsor and we use the word placement, and sometimes people get that a little bit confused. You know, front line, front level, front leg, line one, whatever. But for these reasons right here, A, B, and C are sponsored to you. It's your people that you brought in that you personally know. And so what to do with them? You know, do you line them all up on your first level? Here comes the placement, the word. Do you line them all up on your first level, or do you stack them? Do you place them all in one line? And the answer to that is no. You'll see on this that you want to build teams. So you'll have a team A, you'll have a team B. You'll have a bunch of people that you have actually sponsored, and what you want to do is start placing them underneath teams A and teams B. So you keep the enrollment, you keep the sponsorship, but you start making teams and placing the people underneath these particular teams. Let me go to the next slide. You'll see, you know, your A, B, your team 1, and your team 2, and you'll see that you have sponsored A, B, C, D, E, and F. They're all sponsored to you, but you'll see that they're strategically placed in the teams underneath A and underneath B. Now the question comes up is, when do you stop placing underneath teams 1 and 2? And you know, there's no right answer to that, but the answer that we have come up with, that we see that as working, and other people have showed us, is that when the teams when the teams 1 and 2 become 5K legs or at 5,000, then branch off and start making a new placed leg. You know, enroll a G and place that to yourself and start enrolling everybody else that you have underneath that extra account. So when your teams 1 and 2 become around 5,000, that's when you branch off and start making another team, a team 3. So I hope that makes sense. The next slide I want to go to is an important slide and an interesting slide all in one. I've heard a lot of different things, a lot of people talking about these customer centers, which is good. What's a customer center? You know, how can I utilize these customers? And so Ron and I and Ryan, we got together, and we know that you guys have been utilizing the customers in general. Some of you guys have already figured out and grouped your customers together, and that's great. We're just making it easier for you to present on how to do it. So what's a customer center? You know, a customer center is a personal customer. That's you. Basically, you're the distributor, and you enroll a customer center, so Kelly Customer Center, underneath you as a customer. And then you take all of your customers and you put them underneath that customer center. So Kelly Customer Center, Kelly CC, is going to be sponsor and enrollment of all of her personal customers. Now that does a few things. You know, it groups up all of your customers. You still get the 15% benefit on that whole customer line. You still get your nothing beats free. It still goes as I volume. Basically, all you're doing is simply making a new leg of customers for yourself. You can use that customer leg or that customer center to qualify as a 1K, 5K, 20K, 500K, depends on how many customers that you have, but most people have built their customer centers into at least 1,000 and are able to make rank, as I should say, as like a 5K with it. So utilize those, because you're not out of anything. Teach the people, teach the new people and the old people to enroll a customer center and to put all of their customers underneath there. If this is new to you and you have customers that are frontline to you and you want to make one of these customer centers, email me, email one of the elite reps, and we'll have your customers moved underneath your customer center so you can start grouping those up. Again, you'll still get Nothing Beats free, you'll still get iBonus, you still get 15%. It's just a simple way of making a new leg and utilizing your customers. So I hope that's making sense here. Here it is. Here's another slide, and this is all together. Basically, this is saying that your customers who are also enrolling customers, you still get 15% with them. The customers can get Nothing Beats free if they're enrolling customers, and it starts to make a great big nice line for you if you want to make rank or higher rank with it with customers. You can still get the benefits. So nothing fancy, nothing necessarily earth-shattering. It's just a great way to start grouping up those customers, and it's legal. Just so everybody knows, I mean, we do know there has been dogs and cats and stuff put in. Simply put your name and put, CC or Customer Center by it so that we can identify it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that you as you go forward in building your business, that you teach people this concept if they want to build with business builders and if they want to build with consumers, which you can build with consumers as well. This is a great way to do it. And so, learn it, teach it, learn to teach it, and duplicate it. This next slide is one that I actually stole. I was listening to a webinar, and I believe that they were the guy who was educating everybody on it was from UK, and he put this slide up. And he was teaching about the customer centers, and I just thought that it was really good and really interesting. Some of you guys saw that I shared it on Facebook already, but I liked what he had to say because it was very simple and people understood it. The 6 tips to building: keep your volume high and tight. Do not stack one underneath each other. Keep it high and keep it solid together. Avoid personally enrolling any distributors beyond your 3rd level. Don't start placing people 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th level down. I had a lady who placed somebody on their 33rd level, on her 33rd level, and I said, so do you want to get money off that person? She said, well, most certainly. And I said, you won't. It's on your 33rd level. You won't get any money. So that concept needs to come in of people, don't stack beyond your 3rd level. There's no need at this point. Number 3, avoid creating the power legs, just like what I just went through. Create a customer center. That's very crucial. Focus on building 2 main distributor legs to 5,000 in volume, and then open a 3rd distributor leg. I went over that as well, of when to start your 3rd distributor leg. Work with an experienced upline when building out your team. Again, you guys, these new people that are coming in are looking to you for education. And so one of the main things that you can do, as a business builder, or even as a beginning business builder, is educate yourself. You guys being on this webinar right now is awesome. I love to see the names that are on here weekly because it's all about educating yourself and you being able to teach it as well. You need to be able to teach it. They look for you for advice. You should be breathing, eating, and thinking Zango at all times. So, I'll leave it as that. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. So the next thing I want to go into is our fun holiday hundreds. And as you guys can see on Facebook, we've already started. We've sent checks and payments to people already all around the world. It's already starting to gather. We have a lot of people that are making this extra money off of this holiday hundreds, and we've sent out our first group of checks and money. It's so fun to watch. When we pulled it, we were like, wow, there is a lot of people on this list, and so people are taking advantage of it. It started November 23rd. enroll 3 distributors. Some people got a little bit confused with customers. No, it's not a customer. It's not enrolled customers. It's enrolling distributors. That's what this promo is, with 100 PV, at least 100 PV. On the side, you'll see you can earn $100, which for every 3, you get $100, and them coming in as distributors for Power Start, you get 25% on that order. And so if you do your 3, you get $175. You get $100 for your Holiday 100 and $75 in Power Start. So people can make some extra money here. Again, we're sending them out weekly. If you do it right, you can make yourself extra hundreds of dollars, for Christmas. Another one of the questions is does it stop at 3? If I enrolled 2 in November and 1 in December, does that count? And the answer to that is yes. So for every 3 distributors that you enroll within the 70-day period, you will get $100 the next week. So after your 3rd person that you enrolled, the next week you get $100 for it. Then start on another set of 3, and then start on another set of 3. It doesn't matter what month you do it, what time frame you do it. It's just a matter of doing it. We have people that's already earned $200 and $300 off of this. So for every 3 within that 70-day period, you can make $100 extra. So it's pretty cool, and we love this. We did this last year, and it was so fun, and they even extended it. So one of the things I want to leave you with, and nobody necessarily knows about this, so I'm the first to say it, and I'm honored to, is for the month of December. Now we know that our Paradise trip, the points ended on November 30th for the February trip. And for the August trip, points began on December 1st. So people are already accruing points, and especially with these holiday hundreds too. So December 1st started the new promotion with the Mexico trip. So with that, Leslie and Yoko decided that in the month of December that your Paradise points are doubled. So everybody that's already enrolled people on December 1st and up until now, your points are doubled. If you enrolled somebody in a $400 order, that's 50 points. We double that. That's 100 points. So in the month of December, you guys enroll your people. You could earn the trip all in December for doubling your points on it. So take advantage of this. It helps with your holiday hundreds. It's doubling points. It's giving you money. It's a win-win. It's a fun December. It's a great December. December, is a month. It's a time to reflect. It's a time to get busy. It's a time, it's a busy time of the year. We know that, for people personally. But take time to analyze your business. Take time to analyze the people around you, and take time to think about your 2016 goals and to make your goals. Now is the time to do that. Do a strong December. We got a lot of great promos that are out. Double your points, holiday hundreds. Learn to teach, and duplicate. So I hope everybody has a great night. Ryan will be doing the WWT next week. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Love you. Bye-bye.